ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे परम्पराम्।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै।
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयम्
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
मुनिना महाभारतम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
वेदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः।
यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः।
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेषु सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
भयेभ्यस्त्राहिनो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषान्नपहंसि रुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितानान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितान्न विपन्नराणाम् त्वामाश्रिताय श्रयतां प्रयान्ति
सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी।
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्।
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
भयेभ्यस्त्राहिनो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषान्नपहंसि तुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितानान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितान्न विपन्नराणाम् त्वामाश्रिताय प्रयान्ति
सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी।
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्।
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
भयेभ्यस्त्राहिनो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषान्नपहंसि तुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितानान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
स्वामाश्रितान् विपन्नराणाम् स्वामाश्रिताय प्रयान्ति
सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
मय्यासक्तमनः पार्थ
मय्यासक्तमनः
योगं युञ्जन्मदाश्रयः
योगं युञ्जन्मदाश्रयः
असंशयं समग्रं माम्
असंशयं
यथा ज्ञास्यसि तच्छृणु
यथा ज्ञास्यसि तच्छृणु
ज्ञानं तेऽहं सविज्ञानम्
ज्ञानं तेऽहं सहं ज्ञानम्
इदं वक्ष्याम्यशेषतः
इदं वक्ष्याम्यशेषतः
यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यत्
यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यत्
ज्ञातव्यमवशिष्यते
ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु
मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु
कश्चित् यतति सिद्धये
कश्चित् यतति सिद्धये
यततामपि सिद्धानां
यततामपि सिद्धानाम्
कश्चिन्मां वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
कश्चिन्मां वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
From 7th chapter, Bhagavan will tell us the nature of Ishvara, the nature of Lord Krishna. And Bhagavan has used two adjectives for a person. He says, a person, Mai Asakta Manaha, and a person who is Madashraya. Mai Asakta Manaha means one who is committed his mind in me. And Madashrayaha means one who is totally surrendered to me. Such person, Yogam Yunjan, that person take a life of Karma Yoga. And in Shankaracharya is written in his Bhashyam, he says, a person is one who I am describing that person is also, you are also as good as that person. That's why Bhagavan says, to you, Mam Yasyasi. Bhagavan says, you will know me, you will understand me, and in which way? So Bhagavan says, Samagram Asanshayam. Samagram Mam Gyasyasi, Asanshayam Mam Gyasyasi. So Shankaracharya is silently put here, Madashrayaha and Mayasakta Manaha are both are like Tvam only. Hey Arjuna, that's why he says Gyasyasi. Otherwise, he says another, he describe another person. But he says Tvam Shrunu. In same way, Gyasyasi, I will let you know. Samagram means in totality. And asamshaya means without any doubt. Yasyasi, you will know me, that I will tell you. That's true, that I will tell you. And in second verse, Bhagavan says, Asheshataha aham vakshyami. Here also, vakshyami asheshataha. Without any omission. Vakshyami, I will tell you what. So, idam gnanam, idam savignanam. So, yesterday I had told you the meaning of jnanam is indirect, or we say is paroksha jnanam. And the meaning of savigyanam we can take as a aparoksha, or we can say is immediate. Some author, they says the meaning of jnanam we can take as a dvaita jnanam, sagunam ishwaram jnanam, and when we understand Ishvara properly, then Ishvara will take us to nirguna. Then we can understand savijnanam. But both gnanam and savignanam, aham vakshyami, I will let you know. And if Arjuna asks, what will happen to me if I know this? That's why Bhagavan says, yajgnatva, means yadgnatva. Having known this jnanam, iha anyat bhuyaha gnatavyam na avashishyate. There is nothing will be available, will remain in this earth to be known. Having, when you know this, there is nothing else which remain as it to be known. So everything you will know. By knowing this jnanam, as though everything will know. And yesterday we have seen that there are two quotations I have given. One is for Mundaka Upanishad. In that also, that Shaunak has asked to Rishi Angirasa, I would like to know Vignate Sarvam Idam Vignatam Bhavati. Having known one thing, everything as though I have known. Even in this Chandogya Upanishad also, Uddalaka has asked Shvetaketu, do you know that Upadesha, Adesha means, do you know that teaching? Having known that teaching, Ashrutam Shrutam Bhavati. Even you were not heard as though you have heard. Amatam Matam Bhavati. Whatever you don't know. Matam is whatever in your contention you don't know, as though you know everything. And vigna avigyatam vigyatam bhavati. If you don't know, as though you know. And then he asked, Katham no bhagavaha saha adesha. Please let me teach. What is that adesha? So here we can say Bhagwan is glorifying his own gnanam. By knowing me, what will happen to you? So Bhagwan himself is advertising. In Sanskrit is called Arthavada. There are many topics. There is a one topic is called Arthavada. Arthavada means prashansa. So here in 1, 2, and 3 verses is considered as the Arthavada. Once I have told you, there are 6 topics in one text, in good text. Among this, there is Arthavada. The meaning of Arthavada means praising one thing. Even what we are doing, suppose Vishnu Sahasranama, then Phalakatham, always there's the result of this Vishnu Sahasranama is called Arthavada. Everywhere, even in Rudram also, particularly not in a Veda, but what we are doing in Purana, is always Arthavada. So first 1 to 3 verses in this 7th chapter are called Arthavada. And now in 3rd verse, this is also Bhagavan says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhai. Manushyanam madhye, this is called Nirdharane Shashti. There are many people. Sahasreshu is not only 1,000, But Shankaracharya has written Anekeshu. There are many people. They are Kaschit Yatati Siddhaye. Among many people, there are very few people. Here, meaning of Siddhaya means moksharthe. They are always for the sake of moksha. There are very few people. They are making effort. And among this, one are making effort, Yatatamapi Siddhana. Among these people who are making effort, very few. Kaschin Mam Tattvataha Veti. There are very rare person who can know me, one who can know me in reality. The truth of me, the people who knows is very rare. So here also the rareness of this knowledge, one would like to convey. So I have put here Anvaya Sahasreshu Manushyanam Kaschit Siddhaye Yatati. Here the meaning of Siddhi is not like a Anima Mahima Ashta Siddhi, but here meaning of Siddhi means Mokshartha. And Yatataamapi Siddhana. Here also here the meaning of Siddha means Sadhakana. Among the Sadhaka who are making effort, there are only rare Kaschit Mam Tattvataha Vetti, one who knows me in reality, one who knows me, my real nature. This is very rare. That's why then we will go to Bhashyam. But here I have written here, this is Bhagavan is doing a glory of Gnanam. And to have this knowledge is extremely very rare. A person who knows this Gnanam, that people are very rare. So we are considered as a rare people, one who knows this Gnanam. Because generally, majority of people are after Artha Kama Purushartha. They are always interested in Artha Purushartha, Kama Purushartha. There are very few are interested in moksha because they are only after Artha and Kama. And if we ask somebody, would you like to hear some Gita or would you like to hear something, spirituality? They always say, we will see later. Right now I'm very busy, in some business. Right now I'm very busy in some family, whatever. But they always say, we will do later. So that's why I have quoted here. There is one story, is very well-known story of Prahlada and Nrsimha. Nrsimha Bhagwan has killed Hiranyakashipu. And after that, Hiranyakashipu, having killed Hiranyakashipu, Nrsimha Bhagwan was very angry. Nobody can even dare to go near to Nrsimha Bhagwan. So Devta asked Lakshmi ji, you please go near Nrsimha Bhagwan and calm him down. So Lakshmi ji said, I won't go because right now it is very difficult or very dangerous to go near him. So she said no. All Devtas say we won't go near Nrsimha Bhagwan. Then Prahlada, every Devta said to Prahlada, you please go because you are a small child. So he won't angry with you. Then Prahlada is innocent. He went near Nrsimha Bhagwan and he started doing some stuti. And Nrsimha Bhagwan was very happy. He asked him and he made him sit on his lap and he started, licking because his mouth was lion. So he started licking Prahlada. And he's slowly, Nrsimha Bhagwan is calmed down. Then Nrsimha Bhagwan asked Prahlada, you please ask something from me. I will give everything. Whatever you ask, I will give you. One boon. So he says, Prahlada says, please give me moksha. Nrsimha Bhagwan says, Tathastu, let it be. But Prahlada says, please wait. I have many friends. And all are help me by chanting Narayan, Narayan. So this is my request. You please give them also moksha because they all are my friends. So I would interested, please you give them moksha. Nrsimha Bhagwan says, I won't say no, but you please go and ask all of them. If they are interested, then I can give. Then Prahlada went to his friends and he asked him, please listen now. Bhagavan is ready to give moksha. You please say yes to them, so he will give you moksha. Everybody says, we will see later. Right now, we are not interested. So it's called yatatana siddhana. So very, very rare people who are interested in moksha. And after this moksha also, there are very few people, one who knows Ishwar Gnana Deva Moksha. They have all different type of contention of moksha. To go in Kailasa after death, to go to some Svargaloka, everywhere, even Vaikutadama. So by Jignasa gives moksha, nobody knows. Gnatomicha, by knowing Ishvara is moksha, nobody knows. That's why is a rare, Bhagavan says, only for this reason. So I have given one small example. I have said, if there are 5 billion people, 4 billion people, they are not interested in moksha. So more than among 1 billion people, 50% do not have who is Ishvara. They say, I need moksha, I want moksha, but they don't know what is moksha. So they also filtered. Rest 50% people, there are very few, one who is a real knowledge of Ishvara. And they don't know, even from among them, they don't know the real nature is given is in scriptures. The importance of scriptures, there are very few people they know. Now among these few people, one who knows among few, only they listen scriptures. Shravanam they could. One who are very few people who are doing Shravanam, majority, they don't understand what scriptures would like to tell. So they are also filtered. And one who few understand, but there is difficult to put them in practice. So Isha Vasyamidam Sarvam, it is very difficult to put in practice. And there are almost are filtered, and very few, we can even count in finger, they have jnanam. That's why Bhagavan says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhai. This is in very few lines. Shankaracharya has completed this. That's why I have taken little bit more effort. So Manushyanam, Shankaracharya has written, Manushyanam madhye. So this is Nirdharane Shashti. The meaning of Sahasreshu, Shankaracharya has written, Sahasreshu is not thousand, but Anekeshu. Many people, Kaschid, someone, Kaschid means someone, Yatati means Prayatnam Karoti. They are making effort. For which purpose? So Siddhaye, Siddhi Artham. So here the meaning of Siddhi is nothing but moksha. Mokshartha. There are very few people. Teshamapi, a people who are after making effort for Ishvara, Yatatamapi Siddhanam, who are putting effort. Among these also, here the meaning of Siddha, Puja Swamiji has written as a sadhaka. They are not Siddha, they are making efforts. We can't say it's a Siddha. Meaning of Siddha means one who has already accomplished. But here we can put it as a sadhaka. Because yatati, sadhaka. So yatatamam is siddhana means sadhakam, sadhakaha, eva hi te ye mokshaya yatante. There are very few people who are making effort for mokshaya. There is a very big conversion. Puja Swamiji says, there is a one is called mumuksha. The meaning of mumuksha means moktumicha. There are many people who are having mumuksha, but there are very few people. This mumuksha should convert into jignasa, because one If jignasa is there, means gnatum ichha, desire to know. Because jignasa gives gnatum ichha, means a person who knows who am I. Otherwise, a person knows who is Ishvara. That person can understand I am already liberated. Otherwise, this liberation has also, there are different theories. That's why jignasa is more important than mumuksha. In Brahma Sutra, that's why Puja Swamiji's first sutra is Athato Brahma Jignasa. It is not like Athato Brahma Mumuksha. It is not Brahma Mumuksha, but we should desire to know who is Brahman. That's why it says, Ye mokshaya yatante teshamapi kaschideva. Is very few people mam vetti tattvataha. A very few people who knows me yathavat. Shankaracharya's meaning of tattvataha means yathavat. Is whatever am I, that and only is called yathavat. Still Shankaracharya says, Shrotaram prarochanena abhimukhi krutya aha. To create a desire, to create an interest for that purpose. Prarochanena means interest. Abhimukhi krutya means to create. For whom? Shrotaram, for listener, Bhagwan is now speak this. And it says from 4 to 12 verse in this Gita is dedicated to the main topic of 7th chapter. Otherwise, I can say the knowledge of Ishvara, who is Ishvara, is given between 4 to 12. So it starts from 4th. I will chant, then we will see. Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu khammano buddhirev cha ahankara iti yamme vinna prakrutirashtadha. Before going to this verse, let me see. So I have written something. If it is very important, from 3rd verse, introduction and glory of knowledge is over. From 4 to 12 verse is the main teaching of 7th chapter. And it is very important portion of Bhagavad Gita. This 4 to 12 verses are. And in this 4 to 12 verse, Bhagwan is revealing the nature of Ishvara in this 7th sloka. And from where this Bhagwan has brought this teaching, so this teaching is borrowed from Upanishads only. So this is now, whatever Bhagwan will tell, it is nothing but the teaching of Upanishad only. All Upanishad, I have written here, all Upanishad is talking about Ishvara is a Jagat Karana. Bhagwan is a Jagat Karana. And whenever this creation comes, no? So any creation, as we know, because we all, I think, exposed to Upanishad or Tattva Bodha, we know anything is created, they need two reasons, two main cause. And they say the one is called material cause. And its name is Upadan Karana. And that is always inert. In general, it is the inert. And I have written is the raw material. We need some material to create something. And another is called efficient cause. In Sanskritam, it is called Nimitta Karana. And that Karanam is always intellect is necessary. So it is always sentient. That I forgot to written. It is always sentient. Upadan Karana is generally inert. And this is always sentient because intellect is there. So we can write it is always Chetan Tattva. So one Chetan Tattva is called efficient cause and one inert is called Upadana, material cause. I have given few examples in whatever available in our world. Suppose we take a pot. So Upadan Karanam of pot is clay and Nimitta Karanam is pot maker. Ornaments. Upadan Karanam is gold. Nimitta Karanam is goldsmith. Sari, any material, cotton material. Upadan Karanam is cotton. And Nimitta Karanam is weaver. Furniture we take. Upadan Karanam is wood. And what is the Nimitta Karanam? So we can say is a carpenter. Same way, whole Jagat is a creation. Then we can ask who is the creator of this Jagat. So when we ask who is the creator, it's called Nimitta Karana. Who has created this world? And one who has created world, from where that whatever has taken raw material. The material cause is what of this creation? Answer is given in our Upanishad. It says, answer is Ishvara is both. Ishvara is Upadan Karanam also, means material cause, and same Ishvara is Nimitta Karana also. So it's called Abhinna Nimitta Upadan Karan. Ishvara is both material cause as well as efficient cause. So few, I have not given much, but I have only quoted few Upanishad, two Upanishad line where Bhagavan has declared, I am an efficient cause as well as I am a material cause. So first one is Aitareya Upanishad. In Aitareya Upanishad, this is the first mantra of Aitareya Upanishad. In that, it is written, Atma vai idam ekaha eva agre asit. Agre means before the creation. Atma means consciousness. Atma. Ekaha eva is only one, non-dual. Here is written idam. Idam, the meaning of idam means this jagat, which we are experiencing this jagat, agre. Before creation, Atma eva, eka eva, agre asit. Here agre is there. So this word before the creation was in the form of consciousness only. And somebody asked a total how many consciousness? So it says ekaha eva. This is only one, non-dual, only one. Na anyat kinchat mishat. The meaning is na anyat kinchat mishat means there is a no other activity. Only Chaitanya, consciousness was there. Nobody was there. No other activity. That person, that Paramatma, Atma or Brahman, sa ikshata. He visualized. The ikshata means he visualized Lokanusruja iti. Let me create all words. So here it is called sa ikshata Lokanusruja means like carpenter starts thinking, let me create one table. Same with Bhagwan ikshata. Let me create whole word. So this is called Nimitta Karanam, efficient cause. And in later, there are many mantras, so I have not quoted. Then that Bhagwan is thinking, that Atma will start thinking, nobody can do like this, let me enter in this world. And he himself entered in whole world and make them live. So the meaning, first He has become a efficient cause and he became everything. First, it is given in Aitareya Upanishad, but better than this, it is given in Taittiriya Upanishad, the beautiful portion, which is Swamiji's favorite portion. So kamayat bahusyam prajayeti satapo atapyat satapaha taptva idam sarvam asrujat yadidam kincha tat sruštva tadevanupravishat tadanupravishya satyatyaccha bhavata niruktancha niruktancha nilayanancha anilayanancha vigyanancha vigna avigyanancha satyancha anrutancha satyam abhavat yadidam kincha tat satyam iti achakshate. Same saha akamayat. He, that Ishvara, akamayat. He desired. And who can desire? Inert cannot desire. Only sentient. So sakamayat, it proves that Ishvara is desired. So he is efficient cause. Nimitta karanam. And what he desired? Bahusyam prajayeya. Let me create many. Prajayaya means create. Bahusyam means many. So how to create many, whole word? For that purpose, saha tapaha atapyat. That person, Bhagavan, did tapas. Here the meaning of tapas means he starts thinking how to create whole world. And saha tapas taptva, having all thought of, then idam sarvam asrujat. Idam jagat. Idam sarvam jagat asrujat. Then Bhagavan has created this world. Idam means this. Sarvam means all. Whole universe. Asrujat. He is created. Yadidam kincha. Whatever is remain here, everything. Yadidam kincha means everything. Having created. Tat sruštva. For this, Shankar Bhashya is the best. Tat sruštva. Having created this, then Bhagavan himself, Tadeva anupravishata. He himself is entered in this whole Jagat. Tad anupravishya. Having entered what Bhagavan has done. So everywhere abhavat, there is a one, is abhavat, means he became. What Bhagavan became? Satcha Tyatcha. The meaning Sat means subtle, Tyat means gross. So whatever subtle objects and whatever gross object that Bhagavan is become, he became gross and subtle things. Niruktancha, aniruktancha. He became definition. We can define that object Bhagavan become aniruktancha. There are many things in this world which we cannot define. That also Bhagavan become everything. Nilayanancha, anilayancha. Nilayan means supporter. He becomes a supporter. Anilayancha means supported. He became supported also. Vignanancha, avignanancha. Vignanam means again sentient. Chaitanya Tattva he became. Avignanancha, insentient also he became. Satyancha, anrutancha. The meaning of Satyam means real. Anrutam means mithya, unreal. That Satyam abhavat. Because the definition of Brahman in Taittiriya Upanishad, Satyam Jnanam Anantam. That Satyam, he became everything. Now again, what is the meaning of everything? So he says, Yadidam kincha. Whatever here is, but everything that Paramatma is become. Meaning, in this mantra is here, so kamayat proves Bhagavan is efficient cause. And rest all here, from here, he became everything, means he is also Upadan Karana. That Paramatma is material cause. So everything is given in this Upanishad. Even Chandogya taught how many we can go. So everything. So means Bhagavan is abhinna nimitta karanam of whole world, whole universe, whole jagat, including our body, mind, sense complex. And if somebody can ask, they can ask, how can it possible? How that Paramatma also became insentient? If Paramatma is sentient, then how is become Tyaksha? How is become insentient? So that answer also is given in Mundaka. So in Mundaka, it says, Yatha Urananavi Srujate Gruhanate cha. Yatha Pruthivyam Aushadayah Sambhavanti Yatha Satah Purushat Keshalomani Tatha Aksharat Sambhavati Iha Vishwam. The main is Aksharat Sambhavati Iha Ishvara Vishwa. Aksharat means that Ishwarat. Iha Vishwam. This Vishwa, this whole universe, Sambhavati, is born. It's just come out. Like what? So Yatha Urananabi. The meaning of Urananabi means spider is the efficient cause, and spider is also material cause also. He has prepared that cobweb, in cobweb, srujate. He can create it out of that also. That thread comes from spider only. So his material cause is also in spider. He starts thinking how to create that cobweb. This is also his efficient cause. And gruhnate means it's withdraw also. So that spider is making material cause. Spider is also efficient cause. Same way, Aksharat also. Same way, Ishwar is also efficient cause. Ishwara also material cause. That is not need to go inside. How that is come? This is important for us. There's that spider is called Abhinna Nimitta Upadan Karana. Same way, the nature of Ishvara is also, Jagat Karana Ishvara also, Abhinna Nimitta Upadan Karanam of whole Jagat. And now we can ask how that Ishvara, which is always conscious, that create also Jada also. The answer is also given in Upanishad is also, Bhagavan has, when Bhagavan is, Brahman is Ishvara, that Ishvara is consist of two aspects or principle. That's why Bhagavan is called Ardhanareshwar. Then we can ask, what are those factors, two factors or aspect or principle that is discussed in 7th chapter. Two aspect of Ishvara is called Paraprakruti or Aparaprakriti. So Ishvara has two aspects. One is called Para and another is called Apara. So that I have written common features. These both are Ishvara's aspect only. One is called Para and another is Apara Prakriti. So what are the common features of Para and Apara Prakriti? So both are Anadi, both are beginningless. Para and Apara Prakriti. Then what is the uncommon features of both of them? This is both belongs to Ishvara only. But one Para Prakriti is sentient, conscious principle which cannot be created or which cannot be destroyed. This Para Prakriti is one feature is it cannot be created anything, it cannot destroy anything. But Apara Prakriti is Jada, is inert, it is a matter. This is also being a power of Ishvara, cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. It is just manifest and unmanifest only. And that is called Maya. Apara Prakriti is called Maya. This Chetan Tattva, just consciousness, what we call Para Prakriti, is Nirgunam. It doesn't have any attribute. While this Apara is Sagunam. We know it has three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Three guna. We deal with matter only. We cannot deal with consciousness. We always deal with matter only. Here I have written, this Chetan Tattva or consciousness or Para Prakriti is free from modification. That's why it's called Nirvikari. Vikara means modification, but this is Nirvikari. While Apara Prakriti, which is Jada or inert, is subject to modification. If in this Apara Prakriti, nothing is stationary. Everything is keep on moving. Even a wall is in front of us. It looks like it is not in motion, but there are electron and proton. We keep on moving inside. So it is moving in motion only. It says, Nataraja, Nataraja is always keep on doing Tandava. Even Pujya Swamiji used to tell us, until Nataraja is keep on doing Tandava, then that whole universe will stay. When Nataraja's dance will over, Tandav is over, whole Prakriti will again go in unmanifest condition. Because this is only because of motion, everything is keep on moving. And Para Prakriti's another features, last feature is Satyam, Swatantram, independent existence. While this Apara Prakriti is depend on Chetan Tattva, consciousness. It's always we say it is the power of Ishvara. When Ishvara like to create this power, this come out from Ishvara. So that's why it is a mithya, it is a dependent for everything. But when both put together, when Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti, when they put together, it is called Ishvara. And this is the cause of Jagat. That's why Ishvara is called Abhinna Nimitta Upadan Karan for whole creation. Ishvara is material cause and Ishvara is also efficient cause. One thing I would like to tell, even we say Ishvara is Upadan Karan, but here also this Maya is called Parinami Upadan Karan, which undergoes change. Parinami. Here Nakara is there, but I'm not changing. And this consciousness is called Vivarta Upadan Karan. That we have to always remember without undergoing change. That consciousness is Vivarta Upadan Karanam, while this Apara Prakriti is Parinam, it keep on changing, that remain unchanged. Is Vivarta Upadan Karan. Having kept this, now we will enter in fourth verse. Bhagavan is describing Apara Prakriti. And here Bhagavan has talked about take the resort of Kapila's Sankhya philosophy. According to Vedanta, there are only 5. But according to Kapila Sankhya, is total 8 is there. But whole detail we will see in next week. Any question regarding this? Apara and para.
So obvious, isn't it, Swaminiji, when you say both Nimitta Karanam and Upadana Karanam, this entire Jagat is Ishvara is so obvious in that statement.
Yeah, everything still, but Ishvara is that consciousness is Vivartopadan Karana. It doesn't undergo any change. But Maya is a Parinam. Parinam is always convert into different forms. Yeah, but our individuality makes us think that Jagat is external, right? It is Ishvara. We confront Ishvara every time we open our eyes. That's why we said everything we know, but still very difficult to put in practice. Everything is Ishvara. That's why rare. Even that's why in 9th chapter it says Raja Guhya, Raja Vidya. It is open secret. Open secret, everything is Ishvara. Still, that's where that internalization comes. Otherwise, we'll treat this as reading material. This is Gnanam. Now we need only Savignanam. We have Jnana already.
Ishvara gets angry at himself and Ishvara hurts himself. Ishvara loves himself. Right? I mean, that's what we are doing, right? We are hurting and treating other people as a threat to our existence because we don't see it, right? We don't see them as our own self.
Even that learning that consciousness is one, I think the internalization has to be consciousness is me, right? It has to be me. Only then that
then our identification with this body, mind, sense complex, it should be little bit less. Yeah.
You have to keep the individuality just for interactions only, and individuality goes away.
This dance of Nataraja, so this entire universe which is in motion all the time, matter which is in motion all the time, it's like a fine balance. And it's always in motion. So you yourself are also the cosmos, because what is at the macro level is also at the micro level. So there is constant motion in you as well. And that's the play of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas that is happening constantly. And probably it can never be at the Shivam state. Because it is a constant balance. Because I don't know, the thought just struck me that motion will continue to happen. So you're like always transacting, always in that mode. It can never be permanently, at equilibrium. Can it really be in equilibrium?
At the Anatma level cannot be equilibrium, but at the Para Prakriti we always in one level only, one state only.
It's like without the ground, there can be no play, right? You need a ground to play. If the ground is not there, there is no cricket match.
No, it's like when Swamiji says, when Nataraja's dance stops, everything is resolved. At the universe level. So when this fine balance of motion stops, or let's say goes out of gear, even a wee bit, then it's pralaya, I suppose. I mean, you have many pralayas happening all the time when you have your tsunamis and your earthquakes and all of that. It's nature.
Or when you sleep, when you are in deep sleep, it is pralaya. When you are in deep sleep, there is no world for you. There is nothing. You are in deep sleep.
Yeah, in deep sleep you are.
And when you are dreaming, you are creating this world, right? When you are dreaming, you throw this world out.
Yeah. So when you're sleeping, actually you're in Shivam state. You're in equilibrium, isn't it?
Even by waking also we can be with that, I always used to say what Raviji was telling. If everything is moving, there should be one thing we should not move. Otherwise, everything cannot move. So suppose like is a cricket match is they are playing cricket match, but without ground, which is always as though immobilized. Then we cannot play. Same way there is a train is running, but without both, they cannot.
Yeah, the rails. Without the rails, there is no train.
Same way, this whole universe is dancing, but there is a one who is always remain as it is. That is me. If we think like that, let them dance everything. Nothing will happen.
So it's only at the understanding level.
Yeah, it is possible
really.
only understanding.
If you just remove all that the constant motion that is happening in you, you just remove yourself from it. That's all that is possible, really.
Need not to remove also. You just
accept it also.
Observe.
Yes, observe it.
Yeah. Need not to remove anything. To accept it. Need not to remove.
Yes.
Yeah, I keep going to Swaminiji's definition. She always, I just cannot, I relate to it so much. That Prasanna Vadanam can only come when you can observe.
Yeah. And you can laugh at your own follies.
I don't think it's even follies, it's just laughing.
Everything is a folly, actually.
Yeah, I mean, folly is relative. Folly is relative, right?
I mean, it's a play. So if you're
attaching
importance to any of it.
Play is correct.
Yeah.
I think that's what the play is also, that dance is also that play only, right? That Nataraja's dance is also, it's just the play. But it's so obvious that Urnanabi example means when you open the eyes, you are confronting Ishvara, like when you are seeing Ishvara only.
This is very true.
They say that the Center for Energy Research, that particle physics lab in Switzerland, apparently they have Nataraja's thing in their research facility, because that beautifully illustrates the atomic principle and the movement of everything. Yeah.
Again, that's at the physical level, but that's just a manifestation, I guess. Right? I get your point, Raviji. You're correct. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, we are at the physical level, right? We transact at the physical level, and the scientists are trying to figure out the relationships at the physical level, right? Not at the fundamental level, but they call it the unified theory, but I don't know what they're unifying.
But it is amazing our scriptures
had the insight to
not needing to do all those experiments arrived even before the conclusion.
It is amazing. Yeah, what kind of experiments they did.
It's received directly from the source.
That's why we have to develop our fourth chapter, Akarmaniya Karma Yapashit.
Yeah.
So I'm always akarma. Cannot we do karma? It's called Naishkarmya.
Yeah.
But we should know also, in spite of, we should know also, while living in this body, this instrument, this keep on moving, this keep on karma, but still I am a karma only. If we develop this thinking, then we are always equilibrium. What Ravi Hemlataji says.
Yeah, for the Tamilians on the call, maybe even others, they use the ammi they make. That stone is the basis for the movement, right? No?
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, in fact, Emerson puts it nicely in terms of English terms. He calls it the ground of being, So Swami TV always, uses that phrase, that Emerson's phrase, the ground of being.
Even St. John says, be still, no? Be still.
Yeah.
The patron saint of England, Anglo-Saxon, they say they be still. Christianity teaching is be still, which is our nature. Anyways, we to speak too much, Swaminiji, but glad to connect with you all. I've been absent for some time.
Now be available.
Yeah. I love Sharmila ji. The photo behind you is so beautiful. That captures it.
Yeah, and the one behind you as well. Mind game.
It is yeah, mind. True. Very briefly, Swamiji, there was one lecture in Sailasburg when Puja Swamiji explained the form of Dakshinamurti.
Yeah.
He explained everything. He said there are 8 parts here, and then he went through like the wind and all that. And he said there's one missing, and everybody was very keen. One missing. He said that's you. You are missing in that form. It's up to you to relate that you are it.
Yeah.
Yes. You are the 10th man. Very nice, Swamiji.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like the para prakriti, apara prakriti, and you compared very nicely. It was beautiful. I always used to wonder what is he talking about? Higher nature, lower nature.
Yes, that I don't like use.
Yeah.
Both are same, no?
Yeah, Swamiji, like in Puranic version or maybe in Shakta traditions, right? So Shakti is considered to be the wielder of Maya.
Maya, yeah.
Right. But it is not the like Shakti. You wouldn't think of it as a inert principle, right?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to pick up on that. The Ardhanareshwara.
Even our Dakshinamurti is Ardhanareshwara, no?
Yeah.
Ardhanareshwara.
Okay. I didn't know.
People generally just think it's man, woman, Ardhanareshwara, but that's not it. It's the para prakriti and apara prakriti is the Ardhanareshwara.
Brahman Shakti.
Yeah.
Swamiji, we also noticed that you called us all rare in the rare group.
Yeah.
It's so blessed. No? That's only from your blessing and the Guru Parampara blessing.
So we are on the right path, no? This is important.
Yeah.
When we'll get this is not important.
Said it is the path is beautiful, journey is beautiful.
Yeah.
Course along.
Yeah. No need to worry. That's why rare, no? Many people are there, but who are interested?
Yeah.
Very true. More punya.
People avoid me, Swamiji.
Oh, yes.
As we talked about, they run away from you because this guy is going to start talking about Gita. So let's avoid this guy.
So then also increasingly you're also sort of not consciously, but you're staying away from general, conversations, this especially groups and all that, where a lot of discussion goes on. You don't want to talk. You want to just keep.
But I liked. I mean, I was listening to Swami Omkaranda's lecture. He actually said, "Act as if you don't know it in front of others. You don't need to say anything unless you're asked.
Yeah, in fact,
the spirit is only to share if you're asked."
Exactly, and Krishna says that also. You should not be given unless asked. And Krishna did not give Arjuna the knowledge till he says, "I have become your Sishya, now teach me."
Yeah, Uddhava Gita also like that, no? Swamiji, he stayed with Krishna for like 100 years or something, and only at the deathbed time he asked,
"Can you teach?" But when he is leaving, no, for this whole in 11th Ekadasha Skanda.
Yes.
Lord, in Ekadasha, in Bhagavat, Uddhava Gita, beautiful.
We'll keep delaying everyone's time. If Ravi-ji, myself, and Hemalata-ji are allowed.
He has to leave, no, Ravi-ji. Shall we do Purna Bhajana?
Thank you.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om